We're live. Oh.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, we are live now.
So let's go and share it in the two. Go to Chinedu Anichi TV, show it in the two pages. Then yeah. So as I'm talking to introduce. Yeah.
That's what I want to do now.
Hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrities here. So, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from United States of America. Today is another very big day, and we are having. What's going on? So today we are having one of our big brothers in the house, Ben Nnamo. Ben Nnamo is here, and we always tell you as a bouncing block. So Ben Nnamo is the CEO of Feed Face Group. Feed Face Group is one of the biggest, famous real estate company in Southeast Nigeria, West. Okay, now I have Ben Nnamo in the building. So Ben, how are you doing?
I'm good. Good evening from this side.
Yeah.
We're all doing great.
Okay. Please, do you have your phones on?
Do I have?
Your phones are they on? Your
Yeah,
phones
yeah.
are
I'm
they
with my
on?
phone here.
They are on. The volume is on. Is it? It's sending back. It's sending back
Yeah,
to
my
the
phone is
studio.
on.
Off it. No, keep it on, but off the volumes.
Okay, 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 okay.
They are
I'm not
bouncing
even
back.
watching. Okay. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it here. I'm not watching it here.
It's sending back. I don't know why the echo is coming back.
I think you muted my mic. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I removed the mute. Now. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
But the echo
Okay.
is coming back to the studio. After I've spoken it, we start speaking again. I can hear you very well.
Okay. I guess it's from your end because I can hear you properly.
I am hearing you too. I don't have problem with you. I'm hearing you.
All right. Let's go on then.
Wow. Something is going on somewhere. Okay. Um, my people will have Ben Nnamo, the CEO of Feed Face Group, one of the biggest and most famous um, real estate company in South Nigeria. So Ben is here live. Please, Ben, introduce yourself to our viewers.
All right. Good evening, everybody, our online viewers. My name is Ben Nam. Just as he introduced me, I'm the CEO of Field Face Group, a real estate company, a famous real estate company based here in Southeast Nigeria. We are into the estate development, we're into construction. We are into agriculture too, we do castle farming, but real estate is our major business. And for all of us, for our online viewers that have interest in real estate, we also mentor people and help people guide them through the process of real estate investment for early investors. And we also help people that want to go into real estate as a business to mentor them too. Now, these are two different things I just talked about. Going into real estate as an investment opportunity and also going into real estate as a business. The business aspect of real estate is completely different from the investment aspect of real estate. So these are what we do. We run a realtors training too for realtors, people that want to go into real estate marketing, that basically for people that want to go into real estate but they do not have the capital to start off. So the best way to go into it is to start as a realtor. We mentor them, we teach them. Realtors are people you commonly know as agents. Yeah, commonly known as agents. But these are people that have passed through trainings, rigorous trainings on a basic knowledge of law, understanding legal documents pertaining to property, people that also understand um, what branding is, and people that also understand customer relationship and marketing as well as sales. So these are the things we do for people that come to us for mentorship or for guidance. So we at Field Face Group, we do everything pertaining to real estate marketing, real estate investment. We also handle portfolios for people. For some people that do not have time or do not have ample knowledge of real estate to watch their portfolios, their investments appreciate, we also do that for people. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's great. That's great, Ben. So, Ben, naturally, you are a celebrity of sorts because what is celebrity? Celebrity is somebody who has a lot of people that celebrate him or her. When somebody comes to a limelight, a social limelight, where some people look at him as, this guy, once he comes into a place, his presence lightens up everything. So it means you're a celebrity. And each time we have a celebrity in this our platform, they have always tried to tell us there's always a story before a glory. Like if you touch Osime will tell you I hawked pure water. If you touch Timaya will tell you I sold my eye. If you touch Chukwemeka Sogwa will tell you I was selling
So
book in
planted.
Nsukka in the bus and jumping down from bus. Okay, so today can you relate so that people will not just think that Benham fell down from the tree and became CEO of Fit Face Group? Can you share a little background of a story that made up your glory?
Okay. Let me start from the beginning. Yeah, I did not just go into real estate because I just wished for it. I went into real estate because I came from a family of surveyors. Now, my dad is a surveyor, and I have two other ones that are registered surveyors as well. So it's just normal for you being exposed to transact property business from childhood. Now, I started working with my dad as a young, it's not, let me not call it surveyor, let's say as a laborer. Now, throughout secondary school holidays and Christmas holiday and secondary school holidays and university holidays, you go to sites, and that is how you make money to go back to school. You understand? So that is the background of me going into real estate. Now, finishing, I studied political science in UNN. I But while in school, I knew that this is what I'm going to do once I leave school. A lot of people, while in school, today we are talking about the role of mentorship. As young people, we should have people we look up to. Now, coming from a family of surveyors, I know I don't have a certificate in surveying, I don't have a license. So what else do I do to make money and to remain in the business is to go completely into real estate per se. Now, the difference between between what my family do per se is they are purely surveyors and also real estate developers. But me, I'm just a real estate developer. All right. So the whole thing that made me to have interest in real estate and to go all in, because I went all in. Field phase is 6 years this year, and we are waxing strong. But for the 6 years, it was not easy. The first year we did virtually nothing. The second year, that was in 2019. That was when we started off properly, but we were still we won't say we are struggling, but we are still coming up. At least in our environment here, we are known to a certain level. All right, we are known to a certain level. But the whole background story of how I went into real estate and why I'm pushing it hard is because I have a background in properties by virtue of my father and my elder ones. I'm the youngest in my family, and I happen to be the one that is all over the social media space talking about real estate. They are all bigger than me, and they've gone far in the business. But you can say I'm just the one that is, like you said, the celebrity of the business. Thank you. I can't hear you. Can you hear
So,
me?
just like you said, you are the one that stands out in the house as the celebrity of the house.
Uh,
So everybody in every family, there must be somebody who is like that. I know your brothers are really great surveyors, and even I think one of your elder brothers was a commissioner for lands in Enugu,
Yeah,
and
under the administration of
so
yeah,
I think your family is really rooted when it comes to real estate. From the time it was not
yeah,
this kind of global view, your father
yeah.
started it. So you people digitalize what was impacted into you by your father. So that's a great sustenance and custodial
Exactly.
of inheritance. So some inheritance are ideological inheritance, some are physical inheritance. So you people did good. So
Yeah.
kudos to your family for that. So, okay, let's
Thank
come
you.
why we're here today. Our topic today is the role of mentorship in the life of young people in Nigeria or outside Nigeria or globally. The role of mentorship. So please, I want you to tell us about mentorship. Tell us about the role of mentorship in our character formation. In the little psychology I read, they said there are factors that influence behavior. There are ecological factors, there are social factors, there are religious factors, there are psychosomatic factors, but mentoring is at the nucleus of human formation and success. So please, I know you're a professional. Teach us, Ben.
Okay. All right. Let's start off with an example. I I started as a mentee under people that were before me in this business. And like you said, I've gone a bit, I've done something reasonable in the business for people to know me to a large extent in my space. It's because So the thing I would have done over a period of 10, 15 years, I was able to do it within 5 years just because I had mentors and I had people I was reporting to and I was under. And I take instruction, not instruction per se, I take advice from them. Now, most young people want to start off life or start off business without properly getting guidance. You cannot get to anywhere without going through a process and going through and the process is the same everywhere. Now, how do you navigate through the process with ease or without difficulty? Is by going to the people that have gone through that process and have gotten the results you wish to get, and at the same time in a short period of time. All right. So, as young people, we should have this mindset of, oh, I cannot, I cannot waste my youthful age chasing, making all the mistakes I can when I can just go to someone that have made all the mistakes and I've gotten to where I wish to get to and learn from them. Now, let's use the Igbo boy system. People from the villages that have no livelihood, but there's one guy from their village that's doing well in business and they want to go into that business. They go to the boss and serve for a few years and get settled. In the next few years, they are on their own boss. That is mentorship. That is mentorship in its purest form and at the level, at the layman's level. People, especially this era, this year, this generation of people, think they can just rush through life. No. Me, even as a businessman that I am, I still have people I report to. Like there is a transaction, the business transaction we are we are on. I was the one in the forefront, but all the decision was being made by the people behind me that I report to. Because now the process of land acquisition is not the same everywhere. Let's use real estate for instance. The process of land acquisition is not the same everywhere. If you are acquiring from the government, it's a completely different something. If they give you an allocation, you are mandated to pay up within a certain period of time. Now, behavioral pattern of people of different communities differ. If you go to a community, let me not mention communities. There are communities that are unstable like water. When you go to such communities to buy a property for development, you might go into an agreement with them today. You think, oh, I've agreed with them, we've done this, we've signed papers, we've done that, and you pay up and you go into site and you start selling. After a period of time, they will come back and resell that place, and there will be an issue. Now, you as a young person that wants to go into real estate and wants to get your first property, how will you go about it? Even when you've gotten your first property, gotten your second, or even your third property, and you want to move out from that particular place you've been doing business to another place. Are you following? To another place. How do you go about it? You simply go to people that have properties in those places and ask them how they did it. And that is mentorship and that is guidance. Now, there's a difference between who is a mentor and who is a role model. A role model is someone that you look up to, that you're not close to. I can say Donald Trump is my role model, Tony Lumelu is my role model, but I don't have access to these people. I can only watch them and learn from them from afar. But mentors are people you have direct access to. You can call on the phone, you can share your ideas with, they push you through. You understand? So that is the difference between mentors and role models. Now, for young people, there will always be a place for mentors. Now, teachers are mentors. You cannot go from just one to just three without having people teach you. Teachers are mentors. Parents are mentors. Parents are also role models. In business, you can have business mentors. In marriage, you have marriage mentors. People that are married for 20 years, do you think they just woke up one morning and it became 20 years of marriage? It is 20 years of a rigorous process. And for you to be sustainable, to sustain your marriage or whatever business or whatever endeavor you are doing, you need to go to people that have gone through that process. Me, I cannot listen to somebody that have not gotten to where I want to get to. Because those people, some of those people that have not gotten to that place will bring out all the disadvantages and all the hindrances that will meet on the way. But people that have gone through that process and have gotten to where you want to go, it is very simple. They will tell you this. These are the mistakes, these are the challenges you face, and these are ways to overcome it. So we are not talking about people that will only point out the challenges. We're also talking about people that will point out the challenges and also give you the solution to the challenges. Those are the things mentors do. Also, why will I take 10 years to do a certain thing when I can go to somebody and stay with him for 3 or 4 years and get the same result? It keeps me ahead of my peers in life. Some people think they can do it on their own. Some people also get it done on their own. Yes, fantastic. While others, but if you want to move fast, the best way to move fast in life is to have mentors, people you are accountable to, not people you just lie to up and down. You're accountable to. You tell them, and it's through being truthful that they can help you properly. All right, people you are accountable to. The relationship between mentors and mentees are accountability. You cannot call somebody a mentor when you are not accountable to them. You are not telling them the whole truth. You are not bringing the problem to them. You can't call the person a mentor. And if you don't have access to the person, you can't call that person your mentor. That is the background thing about mentorship. For people that want to move very fast in life, mentorship is key. You can get your PhD in business management. You can get your master's in business, whatever. But when it comes to the act of the business, you need to go to people that have been doing that business to teach you. Just like any trade you want to learn, with all your money, if you go into the market and get a shop and say you want to start off this business and buy the whole goods and fill up your shop, give yourself time, you run down that business. Because there are intricacies of a particular trade, of every trade, that you can never understand unless you are close under somebody that is on top. So you can't start from the top, you must start from under, you must start from the bottom with your money. Now, when we are saying bottom, but there are levels to bottom, all right? But when what we're talking about is experience. For people that have experience, for you to gain experience, you must go to people that have experience, or you make all the mistakes you like and you waste your time. That is the thing. You waste your time and waste your resources. I always tell my mentees, one of them, I just saw her, Jennifer Millicent online. I always tell them that if I'd rather serve somebody for 3 to 5 years than to make mistakes for straight 10 years. I'll be 5 years ahead of my peers simply because I am submitted to someone. Thank you very much.
That's a mind-blowing explanation, and it shows that you have been in this business. Well, Jennifer Minicent. That's a mind-blowing explanation. Jennifer Minicent said, "Listening to Ben now is one thing I can't trade for anything." So, as our people react, I continue to bring it on the screen for you to see too. Those on Instagram, will watch. Thank you, all of you on Instagram. We're grateful. Ben is grateful. So, mentorship, Ben, is a great thing, and you have explained it. And the problem we have, the problem we have as individuals is that, um, just like you explained, for the first time, I have the vague idea, but it was done on me after your explanation. A wide difference between a mentor and a role model. You see, a lot of us are out there following role models, thinking we're having mentors. So that is one of the things that is happening in society. But your explanation today, at least, I will be able to define properly who are my mentors and who are my role models. So
Yes.
thank you for that explanation. So considering the social media influence among the young people, you know, and the speed of which role models are having influence and impact on people because of the visual, the audio access people, the public, especially the young people, have on social media. It seems to me that the role models that our people choose for best reasons known to them on social media is influencing the people more than mentors. So, what do you think we can do, or our contribution, or a crusade we can go into to be able to separate these two and let our people know that following a role model does not create physical impact per se because there's no contact. This this mention of accountability is not there. So, what do you think we can do, especially to be able to give people the consciousness of following mentors rather than following just role models,
All
especially in
right.
the social.
The social media space has presented us with so many people, and there are so many things. The noise online is now too much. If you want to stay online the whole day, you'll not even catch up with everything that's going on. But the problem with the youth, some of the youths like us of this generation, is they don't even know what they want out of life. Do you understand? They don't know what they want out of life. If they understand what they want out of life, it will guide them to properly choose who their mentors are and their role model. And it will help them to understand that um, there is a huge difference between these people you are looking at from afar. I can wish all I like, all I can, that Donald Trump is my role model, but is my mentor. But truly, I'm deceiving myself. This is very simple something. Go to the dictionary and check the meaning of role model and a mentor. For people that understand what they want out of life, they know even in marriages, in business, accountability is key. You have to be accountable to every finance. You have to be accountable for every penny that comes into the business. So you cannot say that you have a mentor that you are not accountable to. That is where they're getting it wrong. They need to understand that if I want this out of life, I want to be like Tony Elumelu one day, but I can also have a smaller or a lesser someone that I can be accountable to. Life is in stages. Life is in stages. We had primary school teachers. They were our mentors. When we were in the stage of primary, we left primary and we entered secondary. We left those set of mentors to get to the second stage of mentors. Now we went to the university and we are in the real life doing business. We have different levels of mentors. Now you cannot be in primary one and you want Professor Bato Okolo to be your mentor. You need to leave that stage first. There is a level where you get to before you meet people like all these Professor Igwe to be your mentors. You have to put in a certain level of work to get to a certain level before you can assess the mentorship of some people. You cannot be at the bottom and you want someone at the top to be your mentor. Like I said, they don't know what they want out of life. The whole noise online clouds people and they make them not to be focused on what they should be doing and who they should be meeting or who they should be going to. For young people, they should listen to people and attend seminars, personal development seminars, and read books on personal development to understand this. These things are not rocket science. It's as simple as possible. It's as simple as possible, but they just don't want to sit down and learn. And another problem is some of these people feel they know it all. They feel they know it all, that they don't need anybody. They don't need to listen to anybody. They know it all. They can look it up online. Experiences, experiences cannot be read anywhere. You need to go to someone. Even if you read it, you might not understand it like that properly until you go to someone that have passed through the process. As a real estate guy, I have elder ones that are my mentors. Now, my elder ones have other older people that are their mentors. And me, I have people that I'm a mentor to. It's in stages. They need to understand that for every stage in life, there are people you should go to help you get to the next stage. I'm not saying you should get to meet those people after your relationship with them, dump them and jump to the next one. No, that is not what I'm saying. You maintain relationship. That is what they call social capital. It is part of the courses I teach in my Ben, getting it right with Ben and Nam. The social capital development, maintaining relationships. You don't just after the mentorship process with a certain person, you dump the person because you don't have need for them again. You jump to the next person. After the person, you jump that person. No, I'm talking about when you get to this level, you know you have to move to the next level. You get new mentors as well as retain your relationship and submission to the other person that was your mentor. You cannot jump after use and dump. You use everybody and dump them. No, it doesn't work like that. So what do they need to do? Simply first understand what they want out of life. When they understand what they want out of life, they can now go into looking out for who will serve as their mentor through this level of this stage of their life. When they've passed that stage, they can now go to the next stage. It's a gradual process. You get to where you are going to quickly and faster than when you want to be doing it on your own or looking at people that are far away. How do you tell if I have Tony Elumelu, I don't have access to Tony Elumelu? If I have Tony Elumelu as my mentor and I say, I want to invest in bonds. I want to invest in bonds. Tony Elumelu understands bonds more than I do, but I need to talk to him since he's my mentor, but I don't have access to Tony Elumelu. What do I need to do? I need to get to any bank manager or someone in finance that understand this thing well that can put me through at least at the level that I am. Not looking at people that are far off. They cannot help you. They are living their life and you are modeling your life around them when you don't even know what they do in the real sense. Now, when you sit with a mentor, they will share their ideas and share their thoughts with experiences and real life experiences. You understand? But when you're looking at these people, what you only emulate is the things they put out for you to see. But the real who they are, you don't know that. And that is what makes who they are, not what they put out. Because what they put out is what they want every other person to, the impression they want every other person to have about them. But who they really are is what you get to know when you are close to them. By sitting with them, hearing their day-to-day conversation, hearing how they interact with people, you'll get to learn through the process. But when you see only maybe a recorded video that they put out, all those glamorous things that they put out, they are fine, they are nice, yes, nobody's doubting it. But you cannot know who someone really is by just watching those things. You get to know the other things when you are close to the person. Mannerism. The other ones are coordinated and properly packaged for public use. You understand? But being in close proximity with a mentor exposes you to how they reason. You'll get to understand their thought pattern in the real sense, not what they tell you not what they portray, rather, but what they are in the real sense. So young people should look out for people around them that can help them at the stage that they are in to guide them to get to the next stage. It's very simple. First of all, know what you want out of life. Very important. Know what you want out of life. That is the first thing that will point out to you the people you should meet. Because if I want to go into bond or into crypto, it's very simple. I will not go to Davido. I will not go to someone that sings. I will go to someone in the finance industry or in the crypto whatever to teach me. It's simple. For the fact that I know I need to have knowledge of finance or banking, whatever, I need to go to a banker. So if you know what you want out of life, for someone that wants to go into real estate, you look out for real estate men that you have access to, not the people you don't have access to. There are other big real estate guys in Nigeria that I want to collaborate with, I want to deal with, but for the meantime, I have not gotten to the level to have access to them. So it is a gradual process. You don't jump every stage. Rather, you learn every stage. Thank you.
Wow, that's great. That's great. That's great. Owo Ogechi, thank you, Owo Ogechi. You are right, but when you see good mentor, somebody say you're right, but that's only when you see good mentor. So, another thing is the difficulty we're having then is not. It is wonderful to have mentor. It is just like what the lady mentioned. But the way things are going now, you cannot give out what you want. You know, so when you don't have, when you are not loaded, when you are not loaded, it's difficult for you. Your product will not be loaded. It's not as if we don't have mentors this time, but some of the mentors we have, they are not even, they were not mentored. You know, you can't give what you don't have. At your age, you're being exploited in real estate because of what? You were mentored, you were loaded right from your father to your elder brother. So everything about is real estate. Even the way you put out yourself, anybody that sees you will know that this guy is branded, is packaged. They might not refer to your family if they don't have idea of where you're coming from, but at least those who are sincere will be able to say this guy is, you know, this guy is from somewhere. Why? The branding, the impactation is from those who are loaded. So, what will you say about the the, the, the kind of products of mentor type of mentors who have weak mentors? Mentors, we just you see a lot of people are saying mentor, they are mentors to some people. If you go to the Nollywood, I'll give you an example, as well as an actor. So if you go to Nollywood, you see many directors say they are mentors. They're just messing it up. They are just taking advantage of our young people. You can also see people who say in business we are mentors. They don't really have business doing. You understand? They are mentoring you in Okite. They are mentoring you in this one and that one. So if we talk about mentors like you, then you came from an oven of serious mentorship. So baked, so baked. So you can always give out feedback. But if you look at the statistics of mentors we have now, you will see that a lot of mentors were not mentors. Some of them were just privileged to have money and they claim they are mentors. That's why things are going astray. So, what advice or what is the antenna or the circumspection that should be adopted by mentees for choosing their mentor? To be able to choose a good
Now,
mentor.
there are things to look out for when choosing a mentor. It's not just about money. Yeah, money is important in life, very, very important. But then, in a situation where there is where money is not the issue. Now, you can be talking about money in the aspect of when a poor person and a rich person is having dealings or mentorship, a mentee and mentor relationship. Now, what about mentorship in this in the area of a wealthy businessman wants to scale his business and he's going to another wealthy businessman that is wealthier than him to learn one or two things from. Now, that time you will no longer be talking about money. What you'll be talking about is character. Now, character is the ingredient that every mentee should look out for, because character is what what envelopes who the mentor is. For someone that wants to get a mentor in business, but your mentor is rich, yes, but he's fraudulent. Do you want to do business and be associated with fraud? If no is your answer, then you won't choose that person. You are choosing a mentor, and the mentor does you cannot say you cannot tell the process. There's no process. There's money, but there's no process. What you gain out of mentorship most times is experience and learning the process. If there's no process, then there's no need going to that person, because you stand to gain nothing. They only tell you how they made so and so amount of money, do this and do that. But that thing they are telling you to do, they did not do it. For some people, they go to people to mentor them on business, but the people that are mentoring you and don't have any business, they are not running any business. You don't even can't find any successful business that they've done. So how then do you call such a person your mentor? Like I said earlier, what you get out of mentorship is learning the process. So if there is no process, you cannot call such a person a mentor, because you are not learning the process. You are not the whole essence is to learn the mistakes through in the process, so that when you want to do yours, you avoid those mistakes. So for a mentor that doesn't have a process, that haven't gone through the process, but he just have money. A lot of young people just want to have money. They don't know how the money came about. For true mentorship to be whole, you must learn the process to be able to know the mistakes and be able to avoid it. Me and my wife, we have a mentor that we go to in marriage. They've been married for, I think, should be 20 years. If and in marriage, there are levels to it. A marriage where there are no kids, a marriage where there are toddlers, a marriage where there are teenagers, marriage where there are adults, a marriage where there are married kids and grandchildren. For someone that have not been, for someone that have not had teenagers as kids, how would the person teach you how to manage your teenagers, your teenage kids? You know, having teenagers is the most, is, you can say, it can be said to be the most difficult aspect of parenting. So if you are going to someone that have not raised teenagers, that have not passed the level of having teenagers as kids, what will you learn from the person? You're having issues with your kids because they are all grown and they don't really come home again, as they used to. How do you navigate through that process of being a parent of grown-ups? It's no longer the era where you flog them, you shout at them, you dish out instruction. This is the era of they have their own. You have to know their timing, and your own will align with their own. You don't impose things on them. You understand? So for you to pass through those processes, that is what we want to learn. We want to learn how to handle our toddlers. We want to learn how to handle our kids when they're in primary school. We want to learn how to handle our kids when they are teens. We want to know how to handle our kids when they're already adults. That is the process. Now in business, for someone that started off their business with maybe 100,000, they tell you that okay, they had people because they were truthful, they deliver goods, they pay up, they were able to get credit facilities, and they kept on growing and expanding. That is the process. They tell you what they faced when so and so happened. And these are the difficulties. Like for us in real estate, you get to have community crisis. How do you handle community crisis? So for you that have not handled community crisis as a real estate guy, how can you be a mentor to young people that are faced with community crisis as a young man when you are their mentor? So character, if it's lacking in the life of the mentor, then you won't say you shouldn't use such a person. And when you submit to somebody and you discover that there is no process, you don't stand to gain anything there. But for the fact that young people they just want money, they're not interested in the process, they just want to they want to make so much money, but they don't know how this money. Go and ask people like Costaris, ask Innocent, they will tell you what they've been through in the past, how many years they've been in business. If you want to be as rich as these guys, you cannot, you cannot, if you want to be as rich as these guys, you cannot wake up and get the result in 5 years. No, 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 no. They've been there for over 30 years. You can get that result maybe in 15, 20, in 15 years, 10 years time, if you submit to mentorship under such people that have been doing this thing for years. But for you to pop out of nowhere, feel you have money, you want to just go and start off a business. No, 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 you fail. So going to people that have ego, they have the money, but there's no process. How then do you learn how to make the money? The money just appeared, and that is the person you call your mentor. Even if you go to Tony Elumelu, he'll tell you that he was once a marketer in the bank. He was once this. He rose to manager before he became MD of UBA. It didn't happen overnight. So we have to go to people and understand that the what you stand to gain out of mentorship is to learn the process. If there is no process, there is nothing to gain out of it. But if there is process, then you learn the pitfalls you are going to face along the line and know how to avoid them even before you face them. That is it. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Somebody just said my mind. What do you call her? So you make learning easy. So that's wonderful. It's good that we touch this part, my brother, because the major problem we have is not as if mentors are not active. But sometimes there's an Igbo adage that says, "Igbakono saga, idabo domino." You are trying to get mentorship because of what you are teaching today. Then you enter where they will, I don't know what the word I will use. So just like accountability, transparency, humility, eagerness to learn, openness to learn is important to a mentee. Character and integrity is also important a mentor. Is that not what you say?
Yes.
So that's the summary of
Yes.
this
Yes.
teaching. So today, I want to recognize everybody here listening to you. Machuku Chinaza, Jennifer Millicent. Jennifer, you have been up and doing, we are seeing your engagement. Machuku Chinaza, here Nacho, Cynthia, Samia, Shino, and others. There are many here. I can't mention all your names. And those of you on Instagram, I welcome you to listen, Sunshine, Longest Man. I am Khalifa, Michael, Bat, all of you. If you have a question or you want something to contribute, please put it out. I will read it or post it for our guests. I will post it on the screen for you to read. And that is what I want you to do. If you are here listening to BNN and you have a Facebook page, and this particular thing is not on your Facebook page, that is the beginning of you not being a mentor. Because you people are supposed to pay, you're supposed to pay money to bring them here today. Normally, everywhere, do you know? One of my friends, there's one of my friends that said he has to pay $5,000 just to sit down like this. People pay $1 million to sit down with a mentor. So people don't know what it means. So for me to bring Ben today, and I'm not asking anybody to pay. If it's in US, a little thing like this thing you're teaching now, there's enrollment, there's money being paid. So we are using our platform to help our people. You also, you did not charge me for coming. And I did not charge our people for coming to listen to you. So another thing we want to talk about is our attitude generally towards assessing mentors. Because first of all, the mindset for people to understand that this mentorship is of unavoidable importance to my growth. So our attitude, the general attitude of our people, resulting for, I don't know if it is because of the choking angry figure of the economy in Nigeria, or is it just a sheer rascality? Because if you see people who like this topic we have now, if you talk about Yule Doche and the wife and May Doche and other people who they want to come and listen. You understand? So the attitude of our people to
They like G.
mentorship. People always follow things that trend, which is destructive, which is negative. So, what would you say that contributes to this kind of our general attitude to assessing positive mentorship?
It's not, it's not a Nigerian thing. Uh, it's not a Nigerian thing because you can call it distraction. You can call it, people are easily distracted, and people are too lazy to learn what will benefit them, to pay attention to what will benefit them. Now, like you said, bringing objects of Nollywood or Big Brother or this, everybody will rush now and start commenting. But once you say personal development, nobody will come. It's simple because they don't have the the drive. So many people don't have the drive for success. It takes a lot for someone to take up personal development and pursue it. Personal development is a deliberate stuff, and a lot of people don't want to do it. People want the basic, they want easy things. It's not easy to sit down and start going through every aspect of your life, knowing where to make changes. People don't want to do that. The issue, even across the globe, go online, go to, okay, I was watching a video on TikTok some time ago. I saw a place where they were asking Americans, where they will mention a country and say, where is this country? They'll tell you they don't know. They'll say Africa. They think Africa is a country. They don't know Africa is made up of so many countries. You understand? So people don't want to stress themselves. They want the easy things. But success doesn't come cheaply. Go and ask every successful person. They are putting in so much work into their craft. If you want to be exceptional, you have to do something other people are not doing. If every other person is doing it, then it's easy. I wrote on Facebook the other day, if you want to do something exceptional, it shouldn't be easy. Ndị Igbo ga-asị gị, ọ dị easy, ọ bụrụ ihe ụmụaka. If it's easy, everybody will step, I will do it. And they always say it too. It's lonely at the top. It's just few people that are there. If you put in the work, you get there. But people are lazy. Now, They're talking about personal development. Personal development is something that will make you to that will change your perspective about life, about your business. Now, if I'm teaching anyone personal development and maybe business branding, if you look at me and look at my business, you know that I'm preaching what I do. They say preach what is it, teach what you preach, or whatever. How do they put it? Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. I'm practicing what I preach. I'm not teaching you personal development. I'm me myself. I am by behind. I'm teaching you how to brand your business as a young entrepreneur, and you see how haggard my business is. You understand? So when you look at me, you know that whatever thing I'm telling you is what I am applying in my own business, and it works. For the fact that you are seeing it in my own, it means if you apply it in your own, it will work. But young people don't want to do things that are stressful. They want to do the easy things. But the truth is, the easy things don't get you anywhere. The easy things will not get you anywhere. They only give you the average. But for people that want to go exceptional, Anoche Ibiam is one of my students, and he did exceptionally throughout the process. Millicent Jennifer also is also one of my students. I can see some of them commenting. They are doing well in what they do because they are learning the process. They are learning the changes. It's not easy coming to those classes every week. They come to those classes at once a week. They come every week. Some of them did not miss the class throughout. They are dedicated and they know that this is going to be impactful in their life in the long run because they are intentional. Most people are not intentional about success. Most people are too lazy to do that which will bring them the results they need. And because it's difficult, let's just do the simple thing. When I was in secondary school, I did something like that. I said, no, 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 I cannot be in science. I ran to art class and started doing art. And that was how I ended up studying political science. Had it been I was in sciences, I would have been a surveyor. It's because I went for the one that was easy. But the one that was easy, I won't say I'm doing bad now, but had it been I did surveying, I know where I would be by now. I'm not regretting my decision or what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm just giving an example. Going for the easy things will get you what every other person is getting. It's just that I did additional effort to move from where what the thing I had to where I want to get to, and that is why I'm where I am. But for the young people, they want to do the easy things, and the easy things will not get you to where you want to. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't get that's good. So if you look at we're getting to 1 hour and we wouldn't want to, we know you're a very busy person. We wouldn't want to take your time so much. But it's like people are now rushing in. Now they're rushing. So, but what is important now is that there is a lot of people yeah, people are really watching now from different angles. Okay. So what I want to ask you now is you have made a very good appraisal of the situation of our youths and being somebody who handles a mentorship class, I know you have some statistics about the positive and the negative effects of either accepting to be mentored or alienating yourself from mentorship, which is the negative part. So, but with this your experience, what is your key advice to any young person in Nigeria? as regards mentorship?
My key advice to every young Nigerian out there is to get mentorship. It makes life easy for you. There are some struggles you won't struggle. There are calls your mentor will place for you just because you are submissive. You should be loyal. You can't get anywhere. You can't go find life being proud. You must bring yourself down and seek guidance. Makes life easy and it makes you they explain things you've not even thought of. There are things you've not even imagined or ever given attention to. But and just because you've not gotten to the stage for you to notice those things. But having mentors they will simply tell you these and these and these and that are coming before you. This is how to prevent them from happening before you get to that stage. And makes life easy. Makes life very easy. And trust me, the fastest way of growing your social capital and having so many influential people or bigger people in your life is by having mentorship, is by going under mentorship. Because through mentorship, you get to meet the friends of your mentors, which will be beneficial to you now or even later. And some people will give you open arms just because they know you are a mentee to one of their friends. These are people. So some of these people are people you cannot just walk up to or necessarily meet. But for the fact that you are a mentee to one of their friends, you can easily walk up to them, or your mentor can easily make a phone call across to them, and you get what you want from them just because you have submitted yourself to accountability. So no need for any long explanation. Submit yourself to mentorship. Look around you. Get people that you that have character, impeccable character, not people of questionable character. Submit yourself to them. If they are where you are heading to, you look at them and see, oh, these people are ahead of me, and where they are at the moment, I'd like to get to that place and even pass that point. Of course, before you get to that place, they themselves have moved from where they were to the next level. Align yourself with these people. Let them teach you. Let them show you the ropes, and you move fast. The emphasis is on moving fast and not making unnecessary mistakes. These mistakes might cost you your life. They might end you in prison for some of us, but just mentorship can make you avoid such mistake. You understand? So everyone should go and look for mentors. They always say every boss have their own boss. That is go and look everywhere. Every weak person you know have someone they submit to, and that is the chain of command. There are places you come to. If someone does not refer you to them, you will not be taken. There are people you cannot access if someone doesn't refer you. It's as simple as that. So when you go for mentorship, some of these accesses you will get it. Something you will pay for, something you will sweat for, you write letter, book appointment. Sometimes you might come to your mentor's house and meet the person you've been calling and writing to that you want to see. So everyone should go and look for mentors. Thank you.
Wow. Everybody should go and look for mentors. Mentorship is very important. And today we have Ben Nnamu. Ben Nnamu is the CEO of Feed Facebook, famous, very famous, up and doing, empirically observable real estate good when it comes to southeast of Nigeria and beyond. So we have Ben Enam today, who is coming from the house, genetic house of surveyors. So, Ben, thank you for coming. But before we draw the curtain today, I want to ask you, what will you tell the world about your impression on Chinedu Initiative?
Okay, Chinedu Anichi TV is doing a fantastic job. The platform you're giving to people to share their thoughts is a huge one. Coming from, some of these platforms you have to pay for it, like you said earlier. Um, but you were doing a fantastic job. I've listened to some of the people you've brought on the platform to talk about one or two things. And I highly recommend Chinedu Anichi TV. And I urge the listeners, for those that are not following the page, should follow the page and also get along with the programs they do every day to get to learn, because this is the era of information, and we need all the vital information that can help us navigate life properly. Now, with the caliber of people you've brought up to the platform, they are not people of questionable character, and they are not people that do not have track record. So this is a very informative platform, and I urge everyone, people that are not following, to follow, and for people that are following, to keep following and keep supporting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ben, for your recommendation, and that's great having you this evening. And for 1 hour stretch, it was not an easy thing. Those of you who are watching us on Instagram, remember this is Chinedu Anichi TV, your one and only celebrity. And we are streaming live on Instagram at Chinedu Anichi TV, on YouTube at Chinedu Anichi TV, on Facebook at Chinedu Anichi TV, live, and on TikTok, where we were able to access TikTok today and leave there. So any of these platforms, 8 p.m. Nigerian time every day, you must see somebody like Ben talking to you. That is what I promised people. And for months now, I've been doing it. Something we started about 6 to 7 months ago. We have 20,000 on this page, on Facebook page, 11,000 something on the profile of this page. We have 15,000 some fraction on Instagram. Then on YouTube, we have about 1,700 subscribers. On TikTok, the same thing on what do you call it, X, uh, Twitter. A lot of people follow us from different places, especially on WhatsApp. So sometimes when we put out this information, like what you're saying now, I started going out on WhatsApp. People who don't read it now will read it later than before. You know it. Because we're not using Facebook, what do you call it? Facebook software. Sometimes Facebook don't send our notification immediately. And when we drop, they will send it to go with speed. You will now see that when we drop now, you will see the level of people that will appear on the views. So you know that business is business. Facebook sometimes
Yeah.
myself, this software is designed with Nichi StreamYard design for me. So that is the only software that can coordinate the kind of things I want to do. So because Facebook Meta don't have the software, so I'm not on Facebook now. I'm on TV. I'm just streaming on Facebook. So Facebook is a secondary. You understand? This thing. So it's not the resource. It is StreamYard that is the resource. So
All right.
that's why sometimes it happens like this. But I am so grateful and again happy that you are here. Please,
Thank you.
then before you drop, tell our viewers you can't just come here. We did not give you what we did not give you anything. What we will give you is that you have done exceptionally well. But reward is all about information. Then tell our viewers what your business brings out and puts out to people so that those who follow us can have somebody like you. You know that real estate and land issues is something that is very, very delicate. I have seen a lot of ambassadors on social media who just go and become agents or what they call ambassadors of real estate. When the trouble comes, they will run away. But I'm confident today to say that Feed Face Group, I can refer anybody to stand by it. This is the first time I'm doing it. So I know your
Thank you.
company, I know your father, I know I know where you're coming from, I know what you stand to represent. So please tell my viewers about your company and what you do, because people represent integrity. Are tested.
Yeah. At Few Face Group, we, like I said earlier, we're into real estate. We don't just sell empty plots. We help people develop their property. For those of our our brothers in the diaspora that intend to purchase properties in Nigeria, as well as build their houses in Nigeria, we do all that for people. Like we also do estate development. We also handle investment portfolios for people and maybe do not have the time to watch or observe the investment. We our ears are always on the ground to know where the next thing is going to happen, and that is how the appreciation of investments move. Now, if there is a government presence going somewhere, it's normal for the properties in that area to appreciate fast. So what we do is to invest in places like that before it goes public. So for anyone in Nigeria or in the diaspora that intends to go into real estate or to acquire properties here in Nigeria and have someone to look after them, we also manage properties for people. Have someone to look after them, manage the assets, build for them, or even want to partner with us in developing an estate. Now, that is another aspect. Yeah, we also have room for people to partner with us and develop estates, and they make their money at the end of the day. So these are the things we do. And for also people that want to understand real estate, not necessarily investing, they need they need classes or one-on-one conversation or one-on-one interaction with me about real estate. I also do that. Consultation, I also do that. So you can reach me through my social media. I bear Ben Nam on all my social media platforms. Ben Nam, both Instagram, Facebook, X, everywhere is Ben Nam. So you can reach me on any of the social media platforms, and I'll be more than happy to
Oh, well done, Ben. Thank you. So Ben, so finally, let me just this thing just crept my mind so that we'll go down. Um, this issue of because Enugu State is where we stay, and there's this wave always about pollution, about destruction of people's land, and all this, and all grabbing of people's land, and all this. You know, in the social media, what they put out there might not be real. You understand? And this thing, for those of us who propagate Akuruno, you know, so sometimes this distorting information they don't all go well with us in our campaign for our people to start investing at home. But you, who is an estate person, real estate person, and you're right in Enugu, what will you talk about Enugu State openness to allow people to come and invest? And all these stories of demolition and grabbing, all those things. What can you say about them?
Some of the issues, some of the reason all these things happen is people that invest wrongly. For some people, they think everybody wants to cheat them. Some some people want to buy properties through people that don't understand the business. There are places you cannot build houses on for commercial use and for residential. There are places like in a design of a layout, there are places you call commercial and there are places you call residential. That is one. You cannot build commercial property on a residential property. That is one. Unless you go and get a change of purpose title from the ministries. One, two. There is a design for everywhere. Some people buy buy things that are not, some lands are not approved by the government, and some places are all have already been acquired by the government years ago. There's a case like that somewhere in Enugu. This is a land the government acquired years ago, but because the government acquired it and did not do anything on it, the community started selling it to individuals. When the individual that bought the places, built houses on the places, found out that the government was coming to demolish those things, people started shouting that the government are demolishing people's houses. But you did not go through the right channel. They always act, I always say it, consult a real estate broker that understands the terrain, that understands the city. You can't go to Abuja and buy an open space or green area and build house, and when they demolish it, you say they demolished your house. You went and out of ignorance bought a property there. Thirdly, some people buy properties from people that are land grabbers and all these land racketeers or whatever they call them. When you buy from these people, these kind of people, problem is bound to come at the end of the day. The thing is this: whenever you want to go into real estate, don't say, I have a brother. You might have a brother that is in town but doesn't know the business. I've tried to explain this thing times without number to people. The fact that you have a family member in, let's say, Enugu, and you want to buy a property, you feel he must be the one to buy it for you. It doesn't work like that. That's your brother might put you in a very big trouble. Now, do you know there are places that are designated for nothing? It's just open space. You can't build anything on it. You just leave it like that as green area. Then these land racketeers are land grabbers who go and design a pocket layout there and sell to you and tell you that this place is their land, that they have title documents when they manufacture things like this and they sell to you. So when the government comes to tell you that this place is open space, that it was not designed for any house, and they demolish the house, Act of 1978, the government owns the whole land within the state. If they want to take it, they will have to do proper compensation. Like in Holy Ghost that are doing demolition at the moment, they were compensated. Some of them say they were compensated. I don't know to the extent they were compensated, but there was compensation. At least some of them accepted that was compensation. That is how the people build on. If they demolish it, there won't be any compensation. So these are the causes of all this demolition. If you want to go into real estate, don't go and start saying I have a brother. Just like in engineers, If someone that wants to build and say, I have a brother that's an engineer, they will go and build one nonsense thing for you. That is the same case here. In 2019, I was much younger in 2019. Someone met me and wanted to buy a property from me. I told him that he will pay me so and so amount of money. He said, no, that this boy, how can you boldly tell me to pay so and so amount? He doesn't even look like somebody that have that kind of money. What if this boy runs with our money? That this boy looks like a 419 person. 2 or 3 years later, I mean 3 years later, it was last year, 3 years or 4 years later, they called me out on phone. I was asked, okay, it was 2 years later. They called me on phone. I was asking me about that property. I said, I can't remember. They said they wanted to buy it from me. The letter went through another person and bought. They've sold it to 2 other persons. That is the kind of problems people like us help you to avoid. But as at the day they came to me, I gave them the price and told them this and that's how things they're supposed to do. But they felt that I don't know what I was doing. And they went and bought it. This is 3 plots of land that they bought for, I think, about 20 million then. It was a big issue for them. Till now, they've not gotten the land because everybody is fighting for the land. People that under having depth knowledge of real estate are the people you need to when you want to go into real estate investment or transaction. You don't do because you have a father or you have a brother, he must be the one to buy it for you. The reason we are here, we is to help you avoid problems, and that is our own craft. When you we want to do the business that you are in, we'll consult. I don't do anything with people that are not professionals to avoid problem. If it will cost me 1 million naira to pay a professional to do a job for me, I rather pay that 1 million than pay someone else even 700,000 or 500,000 to do that same thing. When problem comes out, I'll spend like 4 5 million to solve the problem. So is it not penny wise, pound foolish? So whenever you want to go into real estate, company that is notable that can help you avoid these issues. They are always there. It is common in land business, but it is avoidable if you go through the right channel. Thank you.
It has been good. Today we learned about mentorship and we learned about real estate simultaneously. Simultaneously, Ben was able to put us through mentorship, the role of mentorship in the lives of the youths of Nigeria and beyond globally. So, and also put us through real estate and what we should avoid. Avoid my brothers, eh, one pocket, one charge and bail lawyer who is not a property lawyer. From lawyer, pay man. You don't even know if the lawyer knows anything. Maybe not
Some of these
this kind
lawyers don't know anything.
BSc in law. All this BSc in law. You go and say later you start crying.
BSc.
So go to if you are going to find anything in Southeast, you can check out East Face and take what you want. So we are rounding up. Remember, my people, today is talk show with Ben on mentorship, the role of mentorship, and also a tip of an iceberg of what an estate looks like, real estate. So thank you, Ben, for coming, for educating us. Thank you, Ben, for mentoring us. Thank you, Ben, for leaving everything you're doing. I know you're a very busy person with your busy schedule to come to the nobody me in this small platform to talk to our people. Ben, I am very, very grateful. Don't hesitate if we still have something to think. And also, automatically, we are your ambassador without charges or agreement. So anything you want to put across, feel free. Just inform me a day before. I'll create once there's chance, I'll create room for you to come and communicate to the world. Try also and follow us. And if you see anywhere we're not going well, don't hesitate to correct us. Remember, we rise by lifting others.
Thank
God
you
bless
very
you.
much. Well.
Okay, thank you, my people who are rounding up today. Remember, this is Anichi TV, your one and only celebrity CSO, and today Ben Namu is here. And God bless Ben Namu. Bye for now. I love you. Yeah, my people, Anichi TV. Please remember, 8 p.m. Nigerian time will come. Tomorrow we'll be having a speaker. Next tomorrow we will be having Professor Udenta. After Chinua Achebe in Igbo land, that's the next author, Professor Udenta. On Saturday, go and register it. Go and register it somewhere. Write it in front of your reading table. Write it everywhere. Professor Udenta. Go and Google him so that you know who is coming on Saturday. He's coming to this show. Big boys are coming to do everything TV. Men of experience, men of silver. That was my promise to you, and I'm doing it. Do well to tell your friends, to tell your friends to follow Chinedu Aniki TV on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody that we love you and we rise by lifting up because we are the African voice in diaspora. God bless you. Right.